Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 6th grade concept of properties of operations. This is standard 6.7D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 6 of the 2022 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we just need to find an expression that is equivalent to W minus 1/4 times 4. Now this should mean something to you right here, because not so much the W, and it doesn't even really matter whether it's a positive or negative, but look at this 1/4 times 4. So one of the properties we learn about in 6th grade is the inverse property of multiplication, or sometimes called the multiplicative inverse property. So that's what we're looking at right here. This is an example of the multiplicative inverse property. And what it says, if you multiply a number by its reciprocal, now we have to know what reciprocal is. You're going to get 1. Number by its reciprocal. What is a reciprocal? Well, reciprocal is a number that you think of it as the opposite of another number that's kind of flipped up. You get 1. So let me show you how this works. You get 1. So we can't multiply a fraction by a whole number, but we can multiply a fraction by a fraction, which means I need to rewrite 4 as a fraction, right? So I'm just going to do like this. 4 could be made into a fraction if it's put over 1. Any whole number in the world, whether it's 1,096, could be turned into a fraction if you put it over 1, a denominator of 1. We just typically don't represent it like that. So really, this is 1/4 times 4 over 1. When we multiply fractions, we multiply straight across. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. So 4 over 4, which is 1. So this is an example of the multiplicative inverse property, because 1/4 is the reciprocal of 4, because it's a number that you can multiply by another number in order to get a product of 1. So really, that's what we're looking at. So what does 1/4 times 4 equals? Well, it simplifies down to 1. So take a look, as if we were to replace this 1/4 times 4, well, now you're looking at G right there. So let's just verify. Let's make W equal, all right, let's just make 2, right? So we can double check. We're thinking it's G, right? But if I were to put this 2 right in here, so 2 minus this 1/4 times 4, that's going to end up being 2 minus 1 equals 1. Okay, so let's just plug in this as a 2. Well, this is going to be 2 minus 0, so that equals 2. So that's incorrect. We're thinking it is G, because 2 minus 1 definitely equals 1, which is what we got when we plugged in just a random number for W. Ooh, let's check out H. Negative 1/4 times 2. I'm going to make my W 2 times 4. Well, I can do negative 1/4 times 4, right? That's going to be negative 1 times 2, so that's going to equal negative 2. Nowhere close. And then I've got this 3/4 times 2 times 4. So I'm going to make it 3/4 times 8. 4 times 2 is 8 over 1. So that's going to be 24 over 4, which makes 6. Yeah, none of these are even close. So we just need to recognize this is a very simple representation of the multiplicative inverse property. Our answer is G.